별 셋별
Him. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Thursday. Hope you guys have had a good week, even though it's been like a day since you last heard from me. Shush. I've got my tea. I'm nice and cozy. I'm feeling much better. And I am ready to pull out all the silly voices. I should probably... There we go. Da 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 da. Yeah. Probably help if I had it on the right thing. My computer is dumb. Yeah. Good thing I checked, though. I had my webcam plugged in because I was testing out glasses online because I just recently went to the eye doctor and my prescription changed just a little. but enough to where he's like, yeah, you should probably get some new glasses. And I was like, great, this is the perfect time for me to test out one of the many online eyeglass places. I decided to go with Zenny, not sponsored, by the way. And so yeah, you can like do a virtual try on of any of the frames that they have, which I thought was pretty neat. My laptop doesn't come with a webcam, so I had to plug in my external webcam, which I used to use when I still used a 3D model, 2D live model. There we go. And that wasn't cool. That was like, I mean, it worked sort of how it was intended, but it wasn't quite how it was. Especially because I had to take my glasses off in order for the system to recognize my face, but I can't see very well or very far without my glasses. So I had to take a picture of my face and then use that to see what the different glasses would look on me. And I did find a pretty nice pair, which I actually just got in the mail today, and I am I am very pleasantly pleased because they fit perfectly. Which I was like, that was the one thing I have a pretty wide nose bridge, so I was like, oh, I hope that these fit, because it would really suck if I had to send them back to get resized. But thankfully, that is not the case, and I have a perfect pair of fitting glasses now. Ones that are not hanging by a thread anymore. Because I clearly graduated from the redneck school of dagnabbit, from the redneck school of of fix it yourself. And let's see, it was hanging on by so I lost one of the screws for one of the music. I lost the screw for one side of the the ear rest. And so I took a very thin wire. It might have been a staple even. And I threaded it through and twisted it so it would become a temporary screw. That wasn't temporary. It stayed there and it is still there. It works so well. don't fi- I was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And then I'm one of the screws for the nail, or not the nail, the nose rest. There we go. The little plastic things that rests on your nose to keep the metal from digging in. Yeah, so yeah, lost one of those. Like I lost the entire plastic part of that nose rest, and the screw that went with it, and I actually never was able to fix it. So I had like one nose rest on one side, and then I just had the metal digging into my nose on the other side, which was hella uncomfortable, but I didn't really have much of a choice. And it was that way for way too long. Don't be like me, guys. Don't be like me. Thankfully, Zenny was actually quite affordable. Oh, what's this? Molly suddenly makes an excited noise and smacks herself in the forehead. Of course! Madeline's! Madeline who? Madeline's what? Maddie used to be an expert jailbreaker, but she's retired and want legit. Now she just runs a little shop where she sells cakes with files in them. Okay, so she didn't exactly go legit. Anyway, I gotta go buy a cake for Nancy. I guess I'll wait for you here. Molly gets a bashful look on her face and sort of digs her toe into the dirt. Actually, can I borrow some meat? How much? Just a D-stack. 1,000 meat? For a cake with a file in it? The full package isn't just one file. It's a file, a drill, a crowbar, lockpicks, weapons, maps. Plus, Madeline's cake recipe is really good. Do you have any money? I know it's like I know you draw mob salary. Spend all my meat on fancy shoes and bullets. And fancy bullets. Ah, jeez. Come on, Rufus, this is important. Nancy wouldn't survive a transfer to Bridgewater, they'll break her. They'll pump her full of drugs and lock her in a padded closet without even a number on the door and just leave her there. I'll never see her again, and she's the only one who cares about. Sorry, but I don't got it. Nuts. All right then, Buck. We gotta go carve out some spondylooks and fast. Thought you needed no jokes. Go. I'm going. Hi, Axel. Welcome, friend. Let's see. Help the people at the feed store. Get ready for the heist. I am doing much better. No longer sick, thankfully. In fact, I just had a doctor's appointment today, just a regular checkup. My doc wants me to start Wegovy, which is a weight loss drug. I was like, I'll try it. Like, I don't know if it'll work very well for me, but I'll try it. I mean, it's not just for the weight, but there's like it helps with a few other things. But I was like, and then I was also talking about I just got my new glasses today, so I got a new prescription, so I'm adjusting to being able to see everything again. Like, you don't realize how bad it gets until you get your new glasses, and it's like I can see I can see the beauty mark on that eagle 5,000 miles away. You've been recovering? Have you? I guess you've also been sick. I actually had to go to the ER last Saturday because I had a nosebleed that wouldn't stop. Not exactly. Do 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 do. It's been rough. Can't trust someone you've known for over a year now because you're afraid they'll hurt you or potentially get you in the beeswax of trouble. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. And you know what? If that's how you feel, then that's just how it is. If you feel like you can't trust someone. Now, I'm not saying, be rude about it or anything, unless they're rude about it to you first, but Yeah, you can still be polite but not trust someone with certain things. I say as I have no idea what is actually going on, but now if you know that whatever they're doing or is like is illegal, please go to the police. Don't sit on it. Just, especially if there's a potential chance that they're going to hurt themselves or somebody else. All right. Hi, Fat Cat. Hello, Guardian. Thank you for the lurk. I've listened and watched to way too much true crime to be like, oh, sure, it'll be fine. Nothing could possibly happen. Like, no. It was like, if you know that it's illegal, I was like, go to the police. Mountain of unsold snackle cakes. Expired. Oh! Mana flower. Sweet. Miscellaneous chemicals. Okay. At the office. This must be the boss's office, since it's the only office. Hey, shouts one of the remaining doughboys. Get away from that door, you muffin forker. Excuse you, sir. That was not nice to say. Everything's gonna play out because you're in a platonic-ish relationship with one of your best friends. You get paranoid about everything. I hate to say that, but I'm having ChatGPT as like a therapist. Please don't do that. Don't use Chat. Don't. Please, just find a real therapist. Don't use ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT can't fully understand. Can't find a therapist. Have you tried, there's, like, Christian therapists, that some of them will, do, like, online or, even sometimes they'll even do it for free. I think the Family Counseling Center is one of them. All I'm saying is ChatGPT is not a good therapist at all, and you're not the first, and I doubt you'll be the last person to use it as a therapist, but please don't. I was like, but you have to understand that it's a flawed system. And it's just, yeah, AI has come a far way, but it hasn't come that far. And it's better to have somebody who's actually trained to do that. Like, I've gone to an actual therapist within the last year for, because I was like, I was like, this is going on, and I just don't know how to feel about it. And it ended up being a very eye-opening experience, actually. Then I not only got to talk about the problem or what I thought the problem was, but she also helped me with coping strategies. Stuff that'll help, stuff that would help me not panic. In the end, it's up to you, but like I said, just I really advise against using ChatGPT. Amount of sugar. Go to the boss's office. Leader of the Doughboys, identifiable by the fact that he has a greasier hat and more rivets on his jacket than the other Doughboys. If not for the fact that he's in the manager's office, doesn't notice that when you enter. He appears to be focused on several large piles of wet bread dough laying on the ground around him. Weird. He's distracted. You were interested in the history of Ocean City baking industry. This shelf receipts would have been a treasure trove. But you are not. Ew. The boss doughboy has not taken notice of you yet, but he's probably not so dense that you can get any closer to him before he does. What the? Who the hell are you? Helva isn't really bread. Hi there, I'm Rufus Baker. And you? He scowls angrily, trying to decide between yelling at you to get out or bragging about himself. I'm Ross Doughman Chibata, the best baker in this city. Nice to eat. Now get out. What are you doing with all these piles of dough? Not it's any of your business. But I'm perfecting my own recipe for bread golems. Soon I'm going to be running this town. Oh yeah? You and what army? Me and my army of bread golems. Were you not listening? I probably shouldn't let you get away with this. Be lucky to get away with all your arms and legs. Rise, my minions! Rise! He waves his arms wildly, and the bread dough around him congeals into two large bread golems. Uh-oh. That is some very big bread golems. Ah! Oh, sweet. That was actually not as difficult as Zimzam Feta! Nice. Woohoo! Looks like those golems were only half-baked. Ayy! We got Chibata's pants. What happens to be a pair of white pants is actually a pair of brown pants that are completely covered in flour. I reach into the void. Ooh, we got a shadow bomb. Nice. Those are really useful. You pilfer everything of value from the Doman's desk. You got 70 meat and the dough baby recipe. Ooh. I don't know who needs the dough baby recipe, but I got it. You need that recipe? I get the doughboys. You're walking through Ocean City. You encounter a mailbox that has been tipped over by some vandals. You write the letterbox. It was heavier than it looked, but you're more responsible than you look. Games of skill. Do. Fish. You can sell fish, which is useful. Ew. Cream cheese from the ocean. Hey! Fish liver oil. Mmm. Shadow beer. Spicy whistle tip. At the drum and bass. Medicinal, obscurated medicinal whiskey fin. Penumbral glarp. Bless you. Shadow hockey hair mullet. Oh, looks like I've got everything. Practice your casting technique? What does that do? Oh, you can, okay. I was so confused. Can I sell you? I think, oh, okay. Cooking for health. Let's see, cooking with power tools. Where's my fish sack? Ah! Not much, but, well, it is what it is, I guess. Oh yeah, the fairy lair. I forgot about that. You find a decaying nightstand discarded in a ditch, which is kind of a weird place to find a nightstand. Maybe someone got so mad about stubbing their toes all the time that they angrily drove it to the woods and threw it out of the car? Check the drawer. Dang, there's all kinds of useful stuff in here. Got a match and a battery. That is useful. Found the fairies. Mess of twigs and sap. Fairy nest. You fumble blindly and find a knife. You pull the knife out of your hand flesh and stick it in your pocket. Got some shadow beer. Very nice, very nice. Don't let these fairies, don't let them fool you. They're nasty little creatures. There are a lot of fairies guarding that nest. There must be something good inside. Well, maybe. Fairy gunmother. Pow. Nice. Hi, Fraxis. Welcome. That's some fairy dust. Increases your spooky armor. But that's a potion. I'm vibrating with nest-related excitement. Another fairy nest. What horrors must await within? Oh, it's full of rocks. We inspect them. You extract all of the useful compounds from the rocks. Alright. Take them out. Woo! Go, Buzz! Yeah! Happy long weekend. I know, I'm so happy. I actually completely forgot about it. If I'm well and truly honest, and my supervisor, was talking to me and my team yesterday, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and we, it's like, of course there's the long weekend, and I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "Yeah, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day." I'm like, I I totally forgot. He's like, well, don't come in on Monday because nobody will be here. It was like, yeah, that's fair. Then he was like, but I mean, if you really want to, I'm sure we could give you a project. And I was like, no, thank you. And I don't know if the company has to approve of any overtime, so I sincerely doubt that they would. And it would be kind of a moot point anyway, mostly because most of the insurance companies wouldn't be open either. So, wouldn't be able to get any work done. Or at least nothing decent. Got a fairy charm. What fairies lack in charm, they make up for in, well, I was gonna say skill at making jewelry, but this is honestly pretty crappy. Lol. Fairy cake. To a fairy, this is a huge birthday cake. To you, it's a grisly reminder that you killed a fairy on its birthday. Oh no! Oh, you're taking tomorrow off as well? Good job. And parts. Some loose bits of gun. Make any weapon into a gun. Which will use your moxie to determine its damage. Ooh! Never eat fairy food. I know. Better be worth it. Oh, wait. Reach inside. The Ring of Rackus Frackus. Fights will be extremely chaotic. It's a matter of debate whether God plays dice with the universe, but it's unambiguous that this ring certainly does. Rackus Frackus indeed. Fairies put up their tiny dukes as you approach. I don't feel sorry for these guys at all because they are absolutely horrific. Ow. Show those fairies who's bigger and tougher than a fairy. Wooden handle. Oh, okay. You're not sure what those fairy twig thumpers do with these things since they're way too big for their tiny little fairy hands. Make any weapon into a melee weapon, which uses your muscle to determine damage. Ooh. Alright, what's in this one? Ew. This nest contains nothing but garbage and a mousetrap, which shuts on your hand. You've injured your hand, it's making it slightly harder to handle. Minus one muscle. Ah, no! You showed those fairies who's the fairest of them all. It's me. I'm the fairest. Oh! This must be the home of one of the wealthier fairy families. Oh, this thing's horrible. It must be meant to scare humans away. Yes, the fairy skull one. Wait, seriously? You want to take this obviously evil, obviously extremely ugly statue back to your room? The room where you sleep. Yes. You drag the horrible sculpture to the bus stop. A bus arrives but refuses to pick you up. Because of the sculpture, I mean. You spend the next several hours dragging it back to your room. Huff puff. Look around for somewhere to place the doll-sized chemistry set and decide to put it on your desk. Just looking at this thing makes you mad. Pretend to fight it. Duck and weave, bob and swat. Are you shadow boxing or the shadows boxing you? You gain the effect Fairy Fisticuffs. Yo! You're all charged up with violent fairy magic. That's awesome. +3 to melee attacks. Got Gatorman Cola. Nice. Nice shelf of knickknacks. Ooh. Rub the crystal. You get twinkling fingers. Yo! Crafting desk. Someone has given you a nightstand. There's a briefcase and a note on top. Rufus, quality of your work at the distillery has been noted as excellent. We'll contact you in a telephonular manner with further opportunities. DT. Honest work for dishonest pay. I got a briefcase full of meat. Nice. Dough baby recipe. Read it. This is a recipe for those little dough glob familiars the doughboys have. It calls for 3 cups of mana-enriched flour mixed with something called sandwich cream and baked in an arcane oven. Are we on the meat? Alright, here you go. Thanks, Buck. You're a real peach. I knew I could count on you. I'll pay you back, I promise. Yeah, go buy your cake before I change my mind. And she runs off. Adeline's cake and file. It's a little funny that Maddie's shop does so well, despite most people not needing to bust anyone out of the joint. Guess they just like the cake that much. Probably they eat around the file. Madeline recognizes you when you enter. The two of you gossip about mob news and mutual acquaintances for a minute before you get down to business and order the Alcatraz special. And normally it takes a couple of days to get one of these set up, but fortunately Maddie has one ready to go. Turns out Lenny Knucklebones got parole, so his order was canceled at the last minute. You hand over Rufus's meat and stagger out of the shop, carrying the world's heaviest, most comprehensively tool-filled cake. Molly's muscle increases by 1. Hitting on all 6s. Oh, jeez. Oh, hey, Molly, did you get the cake? Absolutely. See? Good lord, that's huge. It's heavy, too. Certainly we deliver this, the better. I mean, that was true anyway. So where's Nancy now? Charleston State Prison. I don't actually know how to get there from here, but when you find it, don't forget to take me with you. Alright, right. So we don't even know where it is. Note for you to call Don T. Oh. Don Toblerone verbalizing. We add gun parts to the cake. No. That's specifically for weapons only. Hi, Don. It's me. Ah, splendiferous. Kudos on your triumphal completion of my previous assignation. You're welcome. Is that all? In fact, I have another item of business to be attenuated, which I believe to be suited marvelously to one of your skills. Cake is a weapon. They're not going to let you in. They're not going to let you in the prison if you say that, though. No, I mean, well, regardlessly, we require that you proceed apace to Crystal Dream Lake, wherein is located a buffet of tools and implements of construction. Say it again. You might vernacularize it as a hardware store. I mean, a lie. All right, right, a lie. Ah, right. You guys ran out of cement or something? We have a necessitude that that you will perform upon this place of business what we categorize as a shakedown. They owe you meat? No, we are merely desirous that the local commercialis retail emporia feel a measure of intimidation. Okay, guess I can handle that. Cold, the deadliest sickness there is for man. As deadly as love or stupidity, but definitely more impairing. Let's see. He wanted us to go to Crystal Dream Lake, right? And we have to visit the hardware store. You happen upon a small rest stop type area just off the path, with a rickety old picnic bench and a square brick bunker that is presumably a public toilet. Although a sign on the door says out of order and the sound of flies buzzing inside doesn't incline you to go towards testing that claim. There's also a meat-operated blue cola cooler which still has a couple cans of soda in it, although judging by the rust, it doesn't look to have actually cooled anything in a while. Check the meat return slot. Ah, it's empty. Okay. Bye. Nice man, ask him for candy. Hello, sir. I propose a shaking. I've been asked to shake up some of your merchandise. Come again. You imagine how disgusting meat in a vending machine would become? Oh, I can imagine. But apparently that's not an issue in this particular universe. It's used for money. There's some mob guys who want to intimidate you for some reason, so they sent me here to shake things up. Or down. Something like that. Huh! Well, those kids of Pete over there could use a good shaking. I ain't got around to it for a while. Okay, sounds good. Can't say I feel particularly intimidated, though. You have any candy? Yay! Shake up the paint. Paints in all the season's trendiest patented colors, such as watermelon ecru and lettuce taupe and double silver. Give all the paint cans a vigorous shaking, and the proprietor nods his thanks. Oof. It's a lot of meat. Oop. Wrong one. Does he carry striped paint? Uh-oh. Somewhere nearby you hear singing, a languid, sultry, wordless tune that makes your feet turn of their own accord. They lead you off the path and deeper into the forest. Your senses feel numbed as though you're walking through a thick fog. And it's getting difficult to, brain. After a short time, you arrive at the edge of a small clearing. A pale woman in a long red dress is lounging on a rock, shaded by the branches overhead. She smiles when she sees you and reaches out her hand, gesturing you to approach. Your feet start to shuffle forward. Unfortunately, I cannot currently resist her call. As you stumble towards the pale woman, two vampires appear out of the nearby shadows, grinning toothily. You know as they do. Looks like you fell into a vambush. She could call in sick. We have some weird company meetings. Every meeting so far feels like they were scripted by Sacha Baron Cohen. That is very specific. Abracadavardi! Kerpow! Yay! Maybe next time they'll be more careful about who they attempt to control with their mind-altering songs. Beppo's hole. Let's fight some spiders. I don't know if I'll get any meat from fighting these guys, but at the very least, I can probably get stuff that I can sell. I need more money to get the milk for the ice cream. Ew. You got the spider leg wand. This is likely to start some arguments about whether or not various things technically count as wands. Spider eggs. Ugh. A handful of pulsating, slimy, greenish-white orbs. You refuse to believe that even a mother spider could have any affinity for these things. Creepy forest fetish. A creepy little sculpture made of twigs held together by spider webs and throbbing with evil magic. Adds +3 spell damage to one of your hats. Ooh. You know, that's actually useful. Spooky. It's like, I'll take that. Time for bed. Got a meeting with Saab in the military tomorrow. Have a good night, folks. You too, Fat Cat. Thank you for coming by. I know it's a lot because you're a different time zone altogether, but I appreciate seeing you here. Ouch. Aw. Pet the kitties for me. I'm happy to report that I've never seen one of his movies. Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen. spider venom sac. Poison enemy for 3. Nice. This is the organ where spiders keep their poison. The organ they use to play their hymns is kept in his spider cathedral. See if we can sell a few things at the hardware store. Aw, nuts. Hold the line. I stepped in some kind of weird mushrooms. Spores all over my good dancing shoes, for crying out loud. Dancing as in actual dancing or as in back alley shootout? But I want a different pair for each. They ain't that dissimilar. She wipes the spores off her high heels with a leaf and hands it to you as though you'll know what to do with it. You get fragrant spores. Crescent wand. Nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I need those. Mobius cookie. Well, we're getting there. That's so gross. Nice. Yeah, I don't really need that. There we go. See. Does it tell me how much they wanted for the... Okay, no. Hopefully 1,000 is enough. Oh. The what? Homestead? The dirt back road you're following branches off an even dirtier backyard road. An old wooden sign turn marker reads... I don't know if I'm gonna read this right. Papasasku? Which is real exciting if you're into diacritics. You shade your eyes with your hand in a way people do when trying to see a far distance. Like they're pretending they have invisible binoculars or something. You can kind of make out a low pile of rubble that might be completely destroyed. And behind that, some kind of shed or something? We'll figure that out later. That was just spelt wrong. Maze. It's amazing. There's the iced corn truck.
Oh my god, that is amazing!
Alright. Stan. Oh. I forgot that it was like 3,000 meat. 3,000 meat for a barrel. Amazing indeed. Ate 3,000 meat? Like, ouch! It'd be forever just to get 1,000. I guess we'll be going. Guess we're exploring the homestead instead. Oh crap! Look out behind you! Prop! Molly spins around and mows the figure down in a hail of bullets. Ha! Sneak up on me, will you? Take a dose of hot lead. This is just a scarecrow, Buck. Hey, those things are dangerous. One of them tried to mug me on my way into town a few days ago. Had a gun and everything. Let me see. I have a whole bunch of books that I can read that are in my inventory. Probably best if I tried that. Fuse, scary stories, cooking with power tools. Memorize the messiest recipes the book has to offer. Speaking of messy, you carelessly drop the book into a nearby pile of trash. Ew. Time for today's Redactyl. Ooh, I've played Redactyl once or twice. Surprisingly fun. Short stories of long winters. Mutton recipes. Oh, increases meat drops? Heck yes. There's nothing left of this house but charcoal and foundation. Started cosmetics. Sadly, it's not that kind of foundation. This truck isn't as destroyed as the house, but it's still plenty destroyed. I need a coat hanger. Door's locked and the keyhole is rusted so badly as to be completely useless. You'll need to find some way to jimmy the lock if you want to get in there. The mailbox says Papasku on it. More junk mail. Got an old item. Insurance company letter. Oh, it's a quest item? Okay. Woo! Okay. The oil drill is taking a break from deep, spoiling the earth. Door on this trailer says property of Helco Oil Conglomerate. Keep out. Keep it instead. Expensive and expansive tool chest. Unsurprisingly, you find tools. Spray on asbestos. Heart armor to pants. Safe and effective fireproofing in a convenient aerosol can. And a chunk of lead. A little nugget of the 5th heaviest stuff in the universe, as far as anybody currently knows. A neatly arranged workbench. Inside the trailer, there's a locker. Inside the locker, there's a blazer. Inside the pocket of the blazer, there's a ring. Yes, the gag doesn't go as deep as you hope it would. You got an engagement ring. A fancy diamond engagement ring you found in a blazer and a locker in a trailer. It's too small for you to wear, even on your pinky. Helka logbook. This logbook is full of meticulous records written in meticulous handwriting. The whole scene is so meticulous that meticulous doesn't even seem like a word anymore. Alright. Oh boy, it's my first day as a drilling site supervisor. I can't wait to prove myself. I'm going to work hard to establish myself as a real up-and-comer, and then once my career is secure, maybe I'll have the confidence to pop the question to Clara. You know, the marriage question. Anyway, the crew has the derrick set up, and we're turning the drill on tomorrow morning. Seems like former owners of the house have cleared out already. They yelled a lot of angry-sounding foreign words at us yesterday, but they were gone when I got here this morning. Feel kind of bad, but that's progress. So we started drilling and hit a big air pocket near the surface. Is hit the right word? Can you hit air? Anyway, it's probably just a random little cave. Lowered a couple guys down with lamps to check it out. Non-related news, I heard a big explosion from just west of here. I checked the maps, and whatever's over there is not a Helco facility. Guess I'll just have to read about it in the paper tomorrow. Turns out the cave we drove into is an old gold mine. Go figure. When we strike oil, it'll be a black gold mine. Haha. I should write that down. Oh wait, I just did. Anyways, we can't find any record of it in the geological surveys, and we can't find the entrance either. Guess it must have caved in years ago. I set the crew to digging the proper shaft down. They're starting in the root cellar of the house because it's slightly lower than the ground level, and they get paid by the hour, not the foot. One of the crewmen was trying to get a closer look at some magazines he found hidden in the attic of the house, and the carabine lamp on his helmet started a fire that torched the whole place. Nobody was hurt, fortunately. What a mark on my record that would have been. After the fire went out, he cleared a path down to the shaft and put a trap door over it to keep the ashes and rubble out of the mine. New orders from above. Baron Hellstrom wants us to reconnoiter the mine? I apologize if I mispronounced that horribly. I guess that makes sense. If there's any gold left in there, then hey, free gold. But every time someone goes exploring away from the ladder, they come back all pale and sickly looking and freak out when they see the sun. You just can't find good health these days. I guess I'll have to do it myself. I can wait till Monday, though. Had a really nice weekend. Super relaxing. I really needed that. Went on a date with Clara and we had a great time. I think she might be hinting about getting married too. Aw, jeez, what am I thinking? This is a company logbook, not my diary. Anyway, it's time for me to go see what's in that old mine. Back from the mine. It wasn't so bad down there. I don't get why the crewmen acted so weird. It's nice and dark down there. Not all bright like it is up here all the time. It's really giving me a headache, to be honest. I made some friends down there, too. Great guys. They really understand me. I think I'll knock off early and go see if Clara's home. Just can't get her rosy pink cheeks out of my mind. That's the last entry. Oh no, I think you found a bunch of vampires down there. And he got turned into a vampire himself. Black gold mine. Ha ha ha. Jeez. Cornfields. Look for the trapdoor. Clear away some of the burned rubble and the fallen masonry, and sure enough, there's a trapdoor in what used to be the floor of the root cellar. You open up to reveal a ladder leading down into the darkness. Down we go. Alright. The vein of dark meat ore. Brighten its day. You reassure meat that things are going to be okay. It leaves its dark thoughts behind and you collect them. Got Eldritch Mist. Alright, add some meat. The way you're getting through here, you need a bunch of TNT plus a blasting cap and a detonation plunger. This card is empty except for a discarded pickaxe. You grab the pickaxe and put it in your indescribably large backpack. Card of meat ore. Yo! You refine the ore as much as you can with your bare hands. That's a lot of meat. These look like someone was drunk mining. Oh dear. Uh-oh. And that's putting it mildly. Hi! It has been many years since a human interloper has invaded our home. How novel. Ah, yeah, that's me. Novel, I mean, not the invader part. They dug too deep. Too greedily, indeed. You just saying that 1,000 is hard. That's because I hadn't read the mutton book yet or I hadn't read enough of the mutton book, and that actually upped my, it increases the reward if I find meat. So, yeah. He was joking, but good to know. Reading is good. Indeed! Unfortunately, it takes experience points to read the books. So I have to wait until I get enough for the next part. Perhaps, if you please us, we will permit you to join our family and live down here in luxury forever. Luxury? Living in an abandoned mine? The vampire gestures behind him to the rear part of the tunnel. It's actually really nice back there. Oh, huh. I hear vampires are made of experience. The vampire regards you with interest, though an unsettling percentage of that interest is in your neck. Ask about life down here. You guys been trapped down here for 11 years? Nearly, yes. We must thank you for clearing the debris that came to block the trapdoor as the foundation of the house further collapsed over time. My gosh, that sounds terrible. Oh, not at all. We are quite wealthy. It's very comfortable down here. Sure, but don't you get bored? The vampires exchange glances. What? Admittedly, things did get a bit stale in the bedroom. We had to invent whole new categories of kink previously unexplored by sentient species. Oh no! What have I gotten myself into? Guys! He freaks out. Okay, changing the subject. The vampires regard you with interest. That's what you're going. Well, what are you going to do that you aren't trapped anymore? Well, we've definitely got to go find some proper food. I'm so totally sick of these ghouls. Yes, they're so dry. It's like sucking the blood out of a turnip. Ugh. Haha. Well, they made new war crimes. quite. The world will never learn of these new kinks. At least not from the vampires. Nice. Got one of them. Nasty claws. Ew. Hey. Behold the glory of cheese. Ah. Nice. Ooh, and some good meat. Nice. You won. Those vampires should have been living in an iron mine instead. You know, because iron is a lot stronger than gold. See? Okay. That is rather nice back here. Wow, those vampires really classed up this collapsed mine. Must be nice to be rich. We got more meat. The bottom drawer was full of meat. Actually gold, but we'll just go ahead and convert it for your convenience. Best not to even think about it. All these books have been thoroughly read. They're all dog-eared and practically falling apart. Ah, jeez, there's a copy of the Kama Sutra. The huge bite taken out of it. Ew! They get electricity down here. Good question. This is a special kind of chest that only rich people are allowed to know about. A dark sofa for dark naps. A fancy mail order catalog sits atop the fancy mahogany end table. Grab it, fancily. Ooh la la. You got the Expensive Luxuries Inc. catalog. Increases item drops. Ooh. Okay. Got the perk, there's treasure everywhere. For the modern gentleman, an engraved ivory toothpick that conceals a single-shot firearm in the handle. 7,000 meat. Ah, you should be looking out for things like that now. There's a surprisingly undesanguinated guy back here. Hello? Salutations! I am Croesus Vanderbilt. You may have heard of me. I'm the richest hobo in the world. That doesn't seem like a high bar to clear. Claiming the title regardless. And you are? Oh, I'm Rufus Baker. Nice to meet you. I am indebted to you for getting rid of those vampires, Rufus. I've been hiding back here for weeks. I was obliged to eat my cravat for nourishment. Oh, jeez. What are you doing trapped in the vampire mine? Well, it isn't a vampire mine, you see. It's a gold mine. I found the other end of the ore vein in a small cave a short distance away and tunneled my way here. Unfortunately, that point which I broke into this occupied section was the same point at which my tunnel collapsed behind me. Haha. Yikes. Indeed, it was all I could do to remain hidden in these rocks, praying that those creatures of the night would leave me at some point so I could make my escape. I've seen things that will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Oh God, please don't elaborate. Got any hobo code? Most certainly. Mostly financial jargon, but one never knows what might come in handy. Thanks. Like 2 more minutes. What? Tell them about the hobo camp. You know, there's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City. And they sure could use some help wealth-wise if you don't mind sharing. Ah, wonderful. Croesus Vanderbilt, hobo philanthropist, has an excellent ring to it. I shall head there directly. He bows and heads out of the cave. Bye. The rest of his life. You'll never know what riches lie beyond this cave-in. I guess we'll visit the burbling ooze. The ancient Greeks postulated 5 elemental ducks. Number 5 is Greece. Epicurus spoke of greasy ducks. Ducks that take sleazy bites and nibbles out of anything or anyone they dang well choose. And here comes one of those ducks now. A real big boy sitting in your path, spooling out its tacky tongue. Surrender to the horrible duck, or make war. I can't push my way through, though. The duck had friends. All ducks do. You fight the one, you fight them all. Bring 'em on. With some big ducks. What is with this big veiny duck? I'm a little scared. Ah! I got one of them. If I can stay alive long enough. There goes Molly. Molly's down! We can... I'm surprised that didn't finish it off. Dang. The quacking disaster! I still survived! And so did my pet for one weird reason, I guess. The day has not yet come that you'll duck a fight with a duck. The extra fatty pate. This puck of pate has a congealed coating of translucent duck fat, protecting it from the elements and also from being appetizing enough to eat. Increases your sleeve's armor by 6. Nice. I never will put that on my tombstone, or don't make me a tombstone. I'm never going to die. The burbling ooze. This ooze is really burbling. If you taunted it, you could probably get it to attack you. Ooh. Other immune to bleeding. Oh no! I probably should have checked that before I started. Oh well. Presto, Chidaro! Nice. Get him, Molly! Buzz, you should have gone for the other one. Oh well. Ooh. You reduce the viscosity of the burbling ooze by a small amount. Got electrified oil. This slime is millions of years old, yet still crackling with ancient volcanic lightning. You know what I mean, right? The cool red kind you see in pictures sometimes? Or XP. Ow! Electrified oil. Refined oil for your sophisticated lubrications. And the electric shale shard. A greasy chunk of crackling electric shale, just big enough to get your hand all dirty. Against hot damage, immune to bleeding and poison. Ah! Nice. Ew. Need to call up Chief Logic because he cooked them. Our pet is doing pretty well. Got an oily wallet. Maybe there's some meat left. And a giant belt buckle. Nice. Add 25% meat drops to a pair of pants. Actually, I think I will. Loot the wallet. Ooh! You carefully extract the money from the revolting wallet. Because it's true what they say. The oily void gets the coin. They do not that. It's like, they do not say that. Chef logic. But we've got the 3,000 meat that we need. But, oh gosh. 4 little elven creatures step off the side of the road and encircle you in a slow dance. It's horrible. Just awful the way they move. You don't like it, but you can't help but watch. It's hypnotic. I think you could watch these things dance for the rest of your life. Keep watching the dance until you die. Punch your way out. Let's go. Tommy Spray? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Puckwudgie Arsonist. Puckwudgie Medicine Wudge. Puckwudgie Masseur. Puckwudgie Slicer. Well, we definitely want to take out any of the healers first. Got the 3k now, yes! Which I need for a barrel of milk, apparently. Put the healers in the front. I'm not gonna question that. It works out for me, so I don't care. get rid of you. Oh no! Nice. Didn't choreograph that, did you? Ha ha! Or didn't choreograph that, did you? Ha ha! Alright, there we go. Chastened, the elven creatures do not reply. Got Pukwudgie Medicine Bag. This bag contains the latest of Pukwudgie medical technology. From the smell of it, they seem to have discovered a lot of mentholatum. Poison vial. This tiny vial of poison would become a great prop if you wanted to put on a miniature version of Romeo and Juliet. And the Pukwudgie hat. Iced corn! Alright, you. Thank you for your patronage, specifically the large quantity of meat your patronage involved. Uh-huh. Here's your milk. Hey, Ike. Hey there. Would you like some iced corn? Found your barrel of milk. Milk, eh? Nice. That'll be the nearest thing to cream I've tried yet. Thanks. Let me just change my sign here and I'll be right back with you. Thing. Creamed ice! Wait, creamed ice? Yeah, it turns out there's more to making ice cream than just ice and cream. I don't have the equipment for it here. I got pretty close, I think. Got some creamed ice. Here you go, and thanks for all your help. I'll put it in one of the very few bowls I have left. I hand you a bowl of something that is not entirely dissimilar to ice cream. This is probably as close as this cornfield is going to get to regular ice cream. Gives you 3 HP regen per round until you eat something else. Also 1 AP regen per round until you eat something else. That's actually not too bad. And I realized that I'm also going to need to get more meat for one last thing from the ice cream dude. Or not the ice cream, but the milk dude. Crow! Crows are usually very wary around humans, not because they're high-strung or cowardly, but because they're very intelligent. They're aware of the fact that their bones are thin and hollow, and that humans are much bigger than they are. This crow knows what it means for the tables to be turned. It spreads its wings in an intimidating display and makes a sound like a rusty garage door had a baby with a burst of radio static. Sugar for the ice cream guy, or something else. Something else. I don't have anything that's better than... I really don't want to fight it, though. Guess I don't really have much of a choice. You won! Let's just hope no other crows saw that, or you'll be Corvid enemy #1 for current and future generations. I know! Oh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt later. What's this? A massive can of cocktail onions is the sole occupant of this diverticulum. Okay. I don't know who needed onions. Oh, it's for the... Okay, I have to take it to the speakeasy. Okay, I have to take it back to Fancy Dan. Why so glum? I think I've already asked this before, but... How are we doing, Colonel? Rate out of 7 out of 10. Could be worse, I suppose, but it'll need to be a dang sight better if we're gonna win this war. We are doing better. I can fish. Fish! Aww. Won't let me. I've been to the orchard. I guess I could probably continue with the burbling ooze, at least for now, till I get, I think I need 1,500 meat to get the glass of milk. Or at least one of these. I just have to deal with that last one. Pardon me. Hey, I did get another wallet. Huzzah! Well, that'll make things much easier. Huh, nice. Skeeto is strong, indeed. Buzz Aldrin is very strong. But he only got this strong because I keep taking him into battle. I do have other pets, but... Gush Stone. Time to read? Possibly. I probably have a few more experience points. Keep in mind that the reading only affects the main character, so any of my other side characters don't really get any of the benefits if I read, which is one thing that I'm kind of sad about. I was kind of hoping, because I believe they had this same issue with West of Loathing. There are certain like events and stuff that can help strengthen your side characters, but I don't have as much freedom to grow them as I do with the main character. And I kind of wish I did. Alright, check out my books again. Nice. I got a little bit left. I need just a little bit more money and then we should be good. That guy in the back. Not what I meant to do, but okay. Get him! Yeah. Hi, Fave. we're threatening monsters for their money. Half drunk, half sleepy. Be careful now. Pardon me. Grinding for meat. I can't do my job in a video game like that. Huh? Hey, we got another wallet. Huzzah. Let's open up this sucker. Yeah! And we have enough money. Huzzah, let's go. Fighting monsters for money. Exactly! Yeah, there wasn't anywhere else I could get it from. Besides, I need it for this guy who's like totally extorting all us. There's something familiar about the long-haired woman on the road who stands waist deep in a puddle of last night's rain. Ah, yes, it's the woman you saw standing waist deep in the swamp bog, but this time she bears no sword. Doesn't look like she's brought you any gifts or treats at all. For decades, the blade of your great-aunt was hidden within my family for safekeeping. Now the weapon is yours, but our business is not yet concluded. Yeah, I remember, but I haven't used the sword much lately, though. It is your sword, to do with as you will. My family kept it for you in exchange for a boon. I shall call upon you now to perform it. With the fulfillment of your obligation shall come an end to your burdens. I speak, of course, of your swamp geas. I don't care about my geas. I don't care about my geas. Actually, I love it. Big Corp is after you. Be careful. I was waiting for this day. What is the boon? The month nears its end. At this time, the concerns of your family turn to our mortgage payments. We ask for your assistance with our next bill. That's it? We are a proud family and do not ask for handouts. Only a little help in exchange for services rendered. 400 meat will suffice. But you lived in the water? Yes, but we have perched a brown stone for when we were in the city. Alright. You act with honor. You have earned our respect. I am pleased to bring an end to your swamp geas. She waves a hand, and the geas begins to work its way through your system like trapped wind. Its escape is extremely loud and incredibly rude. You fear the noise will give offense, and you'll have to do another geas or something, but the woman has already returned to the water. Well, dagnabbit, now I have to go back and get more money! Ah! Hang on, I might be able to sell some of my stuff if I go back to the city. I have some stuff I need to sell to you, sir. We're getting there. I like the force beams. There we go. Okay, let me handle this. You guys better sew the stitches or else. There's an ominous crack in the sky. In the space of a single charged second, the wide farm road is drenched with fast-falling rain that bites to the bone. It's farm rain, all right. Cold as ice and twice as nasty. The long and level plains of this country offer no shelter except, perhaps, for a lone house you spy off in the distance, perhaps half a mile to the east. Keep going! Alright. Oh. This man right here. This is the perpetrator. 3,000 meat for a barrel of milk. 1,500 meat for a glass of milk. 750 meat for a teeny tiny saucer of milk. Enjoy. Is this supposed to be this beige? Yes. I think that's one side quest cost me more than everything else in this entire game. Because I had to buy one of each thing from him. All for different side quests. The scarecrow. Alright, you. Have your glass of milk, ma'am. Cost me way too long. Or way too much, sorry. Oh, darling, I knew I could count on you. Let me give you your reward. She stands up and plants a slow kiss on your cheek, then chuckles as you feel yourself start to blush. Now I could really use a drink. Oh, what about the milk? I mean a real drink. The milk is for later. Thanks again, sweetheart. Ah, it was nothing. Yes, it was! It was a lot of things, okay? The most expensive glass of milk ever. Alright, let me check my side quests here. Oskaloosa wants you to collect a piece of meteorite from Mulross. Right. You asking for something harder than milk? I honestly don't know at this point. Ooh, hello. An ensemble of terrifying demons blocks your path.
Hark! Thou may think our countenance is quite devilish, sirrah, but be assured our bands are lovers, not fighters. Lovers of the theater.
Yes, and we're an acting troupe, trying to make a name for ourselves in thine realm.
An expensive endeavor, alas. We find ourselves in need of vulgar coin.
Verily, so pay up before we poundeth thee. I don't have enough meat. People are extorting me. Ow. I'm gonna use the shadow bomb. Got him. The devils lick their wound. Only one of them has a wound, and they all take turns. Ew. You got boiling devil bile. Vile fluid is nearly too hot to handle, let alone handle with your mouth, which is a way of describing drinking something. Devil skin hat man, molten brass knuckles. These knuckles were forged in Hell's famous city of brass, where the candles burn at 3 ends. There's a letter here. Notice of repossession. Oh yeah, this was the house where I was having a hard time getting through. Right, I need a crowbar. Where am I gonna get a crowbar? You have a crowbar? House is Swiss cheese with wormholes. I think you're 100% on your observation. To my eye, those holes don't look like they could have been made by a worm. Haha. A pot that a pig's in. Are you a big pig or a little pig? Snarf. This first one is Spiff. It is Spiff. And wormholes too high to reach. Okay, let's see if the surplus store might have a crowbar. Barbecue tongs. Okay, no crowbar. Eldritch butter knife. Reality cleaver. Pizza cutter. Disastersaurus. Advanced pants. Oh, I need to go by the speakeasy as well. Fancy Dan, I found some onions for you. Can't wait to start making martinis for people who are bad at choosing a good kind of martini. The Curvarus, building and loan. Unlock Sneaky Pete. Interesting. Trying to think of who else might have a crowbar that I could buy. Maybe the hardware store? See a familiar looking person heading toward you on the path. As they get nearer, you realize that the person looks so familiar because he looks exactly like you. Again. You know what? We're gonna go up to him. Hi, are you a clone or is this a time paradox or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. Agree. High five! The two of you, literally speaking, exchange another friendly high five, or, well, I guess it's just the first one again. Hey, well, I should get going. Yeah, me too. Good luck. Yeah, me too. Huh? Oh, I'll have to remember that one. You did! That's great. Where do you have a crowbar? Is used plunger. Ew. Crowbar. Ooh. I guess we'll just have to go to this house here. And then you hear a deep moo sound that reverberates through your guts, all the way down to the colon end. Slowly you turn around. That field was empty before. Now it contains an entire herd of black wounds in space, each one in the shape of a cow. In the middle of them, a shadow cowbell hangs silently on a post. Fight! 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 Shadow Bell cannot take more than 5 physical damage at a time. Shadow Bell is going to ring, increasing all shadow combatant stats by 4 and decreasing all non-shadow combatant stats by the same amount. Ah, great. Spooky! Oh no! I'll up my armor here and summon a cheese golem. Ooh, well, there goes Buzz. Lick the battery! Yeah, we got him. Good thing I added like all that crap to my weapon. Extremely useful. Unfortunately, my cheese golem isn't very strong. You won! I'd say you turned those cows into jerky, but they were jerks already. Ba-dum-tsh. The UK made a propaganda video game, but it shut it down after the wrong message was sent. Uh-oh. Tisk tisk. This quaint and well-maintained farmhouse appears to be the only settled farmstead in the area. It must be lonely with no neighbors to meet or borrow sugar to borrow. Those with neighbors know that they can't go 5 minutes without asking each other for a cup of sugar. One of the main things they do, just trading the same sugar back and forth, never gaining anything. Oh, let's be polite and just knock. A muffled voice, muffled and gruff, shouts back, "Who is that there?" "It's Rufus." I can't hear you over the rain. The old farmer is tanned and calloused all over from either a lifetime of farm work or a fall into the vat at the leather factory. Look at you. You're soaked to the bone from the rain. Quick! You must make yourself warm. There's a hot spaghetti on the stove and towels in my wardrobe. Like, thanks! I'm Borfus, by the way. Everyone calls me Borgia. You are welcome under my roof, Rufus, and to share my food and warmth, but I have one rule by which you must abide. What is it? You must not look at my daughter. Have you ever seen one of these? She of the Fraternal Order of Traveling Salesmen. Pretty funny happenstance, huh? Old proverbial farmer's daughter thing. He frowns. It's just a... it's just a ring I got for investigating a murder. Doesn't matter to me what you investigate, I simply tell you, you must not look at my daughter. I guess I won't. 2 minutes. Okay. Search the jar. Nothing. A tad disappointing, really. Would have loved to find some rustic knickknacks or rural tchotchkes. Barren fireplace. The handle is rough and worn. Soft handles are for city doors. Nothing is terribly wrong with this house. No towels in the bathroom? The tub is filled to the brim with lukewarm water. It's gotta be a wash basin or a toilet, who's to say what goes on at a farm. You're not going to see you use it. It's a toilet with the farmer's daughter behind you, so splash some water in your face. Hey! We lost some of the curses that we had. Door that doesn't look locked. Or is the ring girl following? It's the farmer's daughter. We're not allowed to look at her. What is the woman thinking watching you inspect her bed? I have a bed too. The first thing you've seen growing on this farm is a rat. The daughter's farmoire. Silently, the doors yawn apart, revealing a wardrobe consisting of largely of ribbons. Seems impractical for life on a farm. So does the oil lamp set atop the farmoire, clearly out of the girl's reach. Ask if she needs help with the lamp. Need any help with the lamp? Need me to light it? Somehow, against the constant patter of rain on the roof, you hear the squelch of her blinking eyes. Pretty high up. Squelch. Squelch. What's your favorite thing about ribbons? There's no reply, only the big sense of a change to the energy in the air. Want to hear what I like about ribbons? To begin with, everything. Her rapid, sporadic breath slow to a soft drone. Burning the burner raises the wick into a clouded chimney, but the lamp doesn't ignite. Must be out of oil. Oh, why, that explains why the darn thing won't light. There's no wick in the lamp at all, but a thick iron key. You know there's a key in here? She's breathing on your neck. Is it the key to your heart? The hair on your neck is shriveling up. Just kidding. A hair, not yours, brushes your skin. I don't mean to be inappropriate. You hear the clatter of teeth colliding. Eh, great. Ah, sweet. A small jewelry box covered in green velvet and secured with a gold clasp. Dust scatters and hangers in the air as you prise apart the clasp and lift the lid. The farmer's daughter observes this, you think, without comment, but you sense that her warm, subdued breaths are becoming shorter and faster. Inside, why, it's only an old necklace with discolored and worn fleur-de-lis attached to a chain of mottled green brass. Nice necklace. You hear nothing but in reply, but the soft, tense simmer of her heavy breaths. Actually, as necklaces go, this is okay at best. Doesn't seem to matter to her. Can I have this? Bare feet shuffle along the floorboards. Unless you say otherwise, I'll assume it's fine for me to take the necklace. She's right on your neck. Take the necklace! You have the farmer's daughter's necklace. The farmer's daughter makes no evident protest as you slip her necklace into your pocket. The rapid breathing on your neck is increasingly unpleasant. Good deal. Oh no. Emote only. Oh no! Oh no. The small mirror hangs by a single nail. If you see the farmer's daughter in a mirror, are you looking at his daughter? Or are you looking at a mirror? In which case, the farmer can't legally get mad, right? You're looking at the mirror? Yes, you'd be looking at the mirror, wouldn't you? As hero Perseus saw Gorgon Medusa through the polished surface of his shield, you could look in the mirror. I am like Perseus! And so will you see her in the mirror? I know. Oh, jeez. Distinct lack of a house. Ah, well, now you see why that farmer would have that rule. Well... Heavens open up. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. I hope that you had fun. Saturday might be a little wonky as far as possibly doing a stream. We'll have to see. There's going to be a lot of baby showers in like the next month for whatever reason. Just happens to be that way, I guess. And tomorrow is one of them. It's later in the afternoon, so we shall see. But for now, let's see, Pre is on. So is Trixie. Chronicle is playing Marvel Rivals. A lot of people on today. Hey, Rico is on. I don't know why I said Riku. Rico. It's been a hot minute since we've raided Rico. You is chat. Alright, we will raid Rico. I've been subscribed to him for 6 months already. Wow. Alright. Raiding Rico. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I will hopefully see you on Saturday, but if I don't, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!